Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Canvas Confessions. If you're new here, I'm your Tan's host.
Huh?
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Canvas Confessions. If you're new here, this is a show where I paint for you guys while also just telling a couple story times, little juicy confessions, and things like that. So if that's something you're into, I hope you do stick around. But if you've been here before, it's great to see you again, and let's jump right on into the show. So we're going to do 2 story times on toxic exes. So without further ado, let's get into story number 1. So at one point, me and my boyfriend got really serious in our relationship, and we decided to get matching cars together. So once we went to buy our cars, we ended up actually getting the same exact car, but we just got them in different colors. So he got it in like white, and I think I got it in blue. And I do want to say, keep in mind that we had a really on again, off again relationship. So we fought, quite a bit, and we get back together quite a bit. So this was just pretty common. So this was one of those points where we got into one of those fights, but it was serious this time. So he did end up packing up. He ended up leaving. Like, he got all his stuff. He left where we lived, and that was pretty much it. But I will say that we did keep in communication. Like, we did keep talking. We would text back and forth, but it was mainly petty. So it would just kind of be stuff like, I'm with so-and-so, I'm doing so-and-so with so-and-so. Just things like that, you know what I mean? So just trying to make each other jealous, basically. That's just kind of what we were on. So at one point he was like, I'm getting back with my ex. And me, I'm like, well, shoot, I'm getting back with my man too. Like, I didn't care, basically. So it's like, you weren't going to make me jealous because I could do the same thing. Which, power to you, girl. So, I don't know, that made him mad. So I told him I had a date with my man. I was getting ready for it, and I actually was. So I was getting cute. I was dressing up, doing my makeup, my hair, and all that, whatever. So when I was getting ready to leave my house, I got in my car, and once I turned my car on, all my lights came on. And not all my lights, but my light for my tire came on. Like my tire pressure, check my tire pressure, all that. So I'm looking like, huh? So I get into my car and I look, and just that quick, that man came to my house and he flattened my tires. 2 of them, actually. So my neighbors actually have Ring cameras. So what I had them do was asking, I pulled up, can you guys pull up, your Ring cameras for me or whatever. So they pulled up the Ring camera because I was curious. I wanted to see, like, who don't want to see a man just flattening their tires, I guess. And so, clear as day, just as sure, I see that man. Not only do I see him flattening my tires, but the girl, the ex that he was getting back with, she brought him to flatten my tires. So imagine being so pressed that you bring your boyfriend, whatever y'all were at the time, to another girl's house to flatten her tires. So after seeing that footage, all that was on my mind was revenge. Like, that's all I had on my mind. I knew I had to get my get back. So what I did was I called one of my family members, and I was like, hey, I got a flat tire. Can you help me? Da 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 da. So he shows up. He helps me. He jacks my car up. He gets the 2 tires, the flat ones, off, and he puts them in his trunk for me. And like I say, y'all, revenge was on my mind. So since he did something to my car, I had to do something to his car too. So we was like, okay, we gotta go find his car. So since he was in the car with the girl, obviously he wasn't in his car, so his car had to be parked like at his house or something. So we went to his house. Boom, of course, there's his car. So I had my family member jack his car up, and I took 2 of his. Mind you guys, we have the same car. It's different colors, but we got the same car. So I had my cousin jack his car up, and I took 2 of his tires off, and then I put them on my car, and I put my 2 flat ones on his car. Checkmate. Like, honestly, bravo. Like, that's very tea. But a week later, of course, we got back together. Aww. To be honest, I'm gonna say I'm glad y'all got back together, because this is true love. Like, he's the one. Like, would you do stuff like this with anybody else? Like, this is your soulmate. Like, Keep him, sis. He's a keeper. Keep him. You a little bit smarter too, so he need to keep you, but keep him. All right, y'all. This next story is how I caught a CarPlay cheater. So I start this story off by saying I like toxic men. Me personally, I don't think that's the best start to a story, but that's the start of this story. So we're gonna see where this goes. We're gonna follow this through. Okay, so back to the plot. I do love toxic men, and my boyfriend was one of the worst. So ex-boyfriend. So when we were dating, it wasn't supposed to be long distance, but we just never saw each other for some reason, which should have been the first red flag, honestly. But it had been like a month since we had hung out, so we decided, all right, let's chill, let's do something or whatever. So we got together, we were gonna go eat or whatever, and we were in his car, and I told him, I was like, hey, like, and I'm gonna back up. If you have one of the newer cars, they have like those big screens in them, or most of them have those big screens in them that come with like the CarPlay, all of that good stuff. So, I'm like, I want to connect to your CarPlay. I want to play a song or whatever. And once I, click like the list, because it shows you everybody who Bluetooth's in there. It says, I can't, remember what her name was, but we're just gonna name her Dorothy. So it basically said like Dorothy's phone's like disconnected, and me, I'm like, who is Dorothy? Like, I don't know her. And so of course, like every man on earth, when they get caught cheating, the first thing they do, deny to River and Egypt. So he's denying it, saying like he has no idea who that is, how their phone connected to his car, all of this. And to me, it's just not adding up. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you can't just connect to your car. Like, someone had to like manually do this. So finally he does actually confess, and he's like, oh, it's just one of my coworkers. Like, she gets in here like on our break, and like we smoke or whatever. Like, we just kind of hang out and we chill in the car. So me, like the idiot I am, I believed him, and that was kind of the end of that. So I'll say fast forward about a month later, I decided to go through his phone, and of course, little Dorothy, her name was there. And so of course, I clicked their messages. I started going through their thread, and y'all, he wanted her hard. Like, he kept trying to hang out with her, get her to come to his house, like all of this. Like, he just kept trying to hang out with little Dorothy. Not only was he trying to like hang out with her and do all this stuff, but what made it better is she turned down his advances like every time. Like, you were practically begging to be with this girl and hang out with this girl and chill with her, and she was just straight up like, no. Every time, no. So that's embarrassing. So like, that's what you get. And to be honest, that's like a different type of like lame and desperate, because like, how do you try to pull and you don't? Like, she literally told you no. I mean, she didn't even like you to be. She genuinely probably was just smoking in your car, using you to smoke in your car, and that's it. Like, karma. That is it for all of our horror stories, and I'm really hoping that you ladies do not run into men like this. Like, but if you find that you do end up with one of these men, flatten your tires and put them on their car. So it is time for that big reveal, just to show you guys what I've been working on the whole time. This is what we have. I'm gonna get a little bit closer and show you. So it has a bunch of prints, and some of these are nostalgic, so y'all will remember what these are. Like this one, I don't know if you guys have ever been to like, it's like a skating rink. We used to have a skating rink where we lived. This just matched the floors, and I think that's really funny. This is like a little SpongeBob sky. These are just regular smileys. A cute little cheetah print. And I actually had to, and I don't know where it is. I think it just got lost in the chair. Hold on.
5 minutes later.
I did use my markers per usual, but of course I needed that brown because they don't make that color in these. I'm gonna keep advertising for that. Please make a brown in this, y'all. Like, dang. But anyway, so this right here is a cute little rainbow pattern. It gives me, what is that little Dr. Seuss book? Is it The Places You Go, or like all the places you go, something like that. That gives me that little vibe of the cover. These are some cute little rainbows. This is a nice little tile pattern. This is zebra, and it's cute how it offsets like a cheetah. But yeah, that is it. That is my painting for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Per usual, I had a blast entertaining y'all, and I hope y'all enjoyed the stories. Of course, I will be putting that link down in the description in case you guys want to send me your own confessions and horror stories about those toxic exes or anything at all. I'll also be including a number that you can text just in case you want to be a little bit more anonymous. Everything is anonymous. I do always leave that disclaimer. No names, anything like that. And if there are names, they are changed to protect everyone's identity. But if you do want those names included, you just let me know and I guess we'll go from there. So I did just want to let you guys in on a future endeavor that I'm going to be partaking in. I am starting a brand new podcast. It is called Zen and Juice. And there, me and a couple other friends that I may occasionally bring on are going to share everything with you guys from self-care tips. We're going to advocate for mental health sometimes. We're also going to just voice our opinions on everything modern going on. So the music you listen to, what's going on in the news, what's happening modern, just anything culture-wise that's going on. We're going to be your go-to reporters for that and just voice our opinions. I do hope you guys check that out as well. I'll have all of that information very soon, but just stay on the lookout for me. Please have a beautiful rest of your day. Make good choices. I love you. Go hug somebody and happy confessing. Bye.